Let's move on to the Reds and another season under the belt for many of Queensland's young players. Guys, how do you assess this year for Brad Thorne's side?
Oh, you'd have to say it's definitely not a pass mark. You can't accept, where they finished on the ladder. They showed glimpses. The encouraging thing for me was they stayed in the fight. They showed character on a number of those performances, but ultimately it's probably not a pass mark for me.
Yeah, I agree. Like they've, they don't want to be called young, and that's fine. They've made some pretty big calls to get rid of some players for certain reasons, and that's fine. You've got to give the coach opportunity to do that. They won more games than this year that were at the death from previous years, so they had experience. But I think that Bryce Hegarty was a very good pickup for them. Higginbotham played well. Karevi was excellent again, but they finished 14th, Lou. Like, that's really disappointing.
Yeah, it is. I guess one of the positives and their best strength, perhaps, for season 2019 is unearthing young talent. You've got Tate McDermott, Liam Wright, Jock Campbell, just a few of the names that have really shone in this Red side.
Yeah, like Tate McDermott was the shining light, in my opinion. He came in, and I think he's a guy, or they've signed him long term, I'm hearing. I don't know if that's been announced, but that'll be a good thing if they have. Like, he's a real live wire, and the style of footy he plays, he's a real follow-me type of halfback. Liam Wright, yep, outstanding, played all but 9 minutes. Jock Campbell, we only saw him in the last few weeks, but the problem we're talking about here, they're always unearthing new talent in Queensland. Like we said, New South Wales has a big catchment. You're a Queenslander, Drew. Like, the talent up there is immense.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many schools up there, clubs that they can pick from. That there's so many players, that are eager and waiting for their opportunity through that Queensland club competition. So, like you say, they're unearthing a lot of talent. They've just got to make sure they try and keep them there within the Queensland ranks.
Well, that's it. They're losing a lot of talent for next year. Players leaving: Scott Higginbotham, Samu Karevi, Duncan Payawa, and Sefa Naivalu. Samu Karevi, the one that stands out in that one.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be the hardest one to replace. There's obviously some other big names there that had been there at Queensland and done a lot for them in that jersey. But for me, Samu Karevi, he was in and around everything that they did well this year. But talking about stuff that he does off the field, his leadership, he got the captaincy this year. He really grew into that. It looked like it was something that sat with him really comfortably, and also grew as a leader throughout the course of the year. And you could just see how emotional he was when he played his last game, that how much it meant to him to wear that jersey. So I think it'd be a pretty tough one to fill that role.
Big decision for him to go to Japan, but he was clearly the best player for Queensland this year, the focal point for the Reds for so much of the season. He dominated pretty much every attacking stat. He led the team for runs, run meters, tackle breaks, line break assists, try assists and offloads. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's remarkable. The last one you mentioned, Lou, the offloads, the other person who was up there with those sort of numbers was Scotty Higginbotham, so that he's leaving as well. And that is a big concern when you're losing two players of that calibre, and when they offer that type of skill set. If I'm being critical of the Reds, they don't have enough variety in their play, so their forwards are they'll roll up the sleeves. Similar to the Rebels, they'll just work all day, but you need to have something in your game that gives you second phase play, whether it's quick recycle or pop off the deck or offload, and Karevi was outstanding that, as was Higgers.
So for the Reds to get a pass mark, or better than a pass mark next year, what do they need to do, Drew?
Yeah, for me, they need to settle on their playmakers. They started the season with Sarovi and Hamish Stewart, then they changed to Bryce Hegarty, finished with McGahn at 10. I think if you're going to get some sort of consistency throughout the way in which you play, you need your playmakers to be consistently getting 80 minutes performances each week. Yeah,
I agree with that. I'd also like to see their forward pack, maybe their back rowers in particular, instead of just catching and head down and recycle, just start to look up, footwork, maybe get to a shoulder, look for an offload, a soft shoulder, just not be as direct as what they have been this year.